right.
Hey, what's going on?
We are back up in there like swimwear. Damn it. And man, been a been a trying time here lately. Uh not to bring everybody down, but man, I'm gonna bring it to I just found out from you wanna say it, Darren? You just told me. Uh
Yeah, so Chris messaged me just before we come on air, and
yeah,
Caveman and Movies guy has sadly passed away.
yeah,
Um, I like I said to Chris in the text, I texted him back. Is like shocked, really. I knew he had health issues, but I didn't know it was quite that bad. So
right.
thoughts and go out to all his family, his friends, and all that.
Definitely.
Yeah, just shock, really. Always championing our channel, championing everyone's channel, to be honest. One of the good guys out there.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but yeah. So very, very shocked and saddened.
Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about Caveman. He was always supportive. Um and hell, we did some streams with him at one time. Uh but
We did, yeah, with Gizmo, yeah.
but uh But yeah, man, you just never know, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna bring everybody down. With that kind of stuff. Well, my brother passed away as well. Uh, but we're gonna talk about these movies tonight, man. So
Yeah, two of which I'd never seen before. I'd only ever seen the Herzog version.
mhm.
And I'm so glad now because I've been sitting on the like Nosferatu 2024 until the right time, just sitting on it. And I've been, when it first came out, I was eager to watch it and all that. Dirk puts it very high.
Yeah.
So I was always kind of apprehensive about it. But man, yeah, thoughts will all be revealed in a little while.
Which one? Which one are you talking about?
The latest one.
Yeah, the latest one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
I thought
yeah.
you were talking about the Murnau. Because
I mean, I've seen that for the first time as well. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I've had this one pretty high up in like for me anyway, man. Like I remember seeing that very young, and uh, but yeah, yeah, this is gonna be a good one though, man. Like so, the vampire stuff is kind of crazy. I know it's more, it's more a thing that I'm into, I think, than Darren is. But I think Darren's coming around a little bit, man. Because
I'm a lot better with it than I was.
yeah,
And learning the whole Dracula story now, this is pretty much the story of Dracula.
pretty well. He definitely
Go on.
changes. He definitely
Oh yeah,
changes
yeah,
some things. Yeah, and we'll
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about all that. But I just remember as a young kid, man. Like y'all probably gonna think I'm a weirdo or whatever, but I don't care. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. I wanted to be a damn vampire, man. After watching all these vampire movies and shit, I was like, man,
yeah.
they get all the hot chicks and shit, like they can charm people and make them do shit, turn into damn bats and wolves, and they can turn into a gaseous mist and crawl under your door, or their damn shadow can separate and fucking do other shit. It can summon animals. I mean, the whole necromancer part of the vampire is often overlooked in Hollywood. Like the wizard sorcerer part of the vampire. Uh,
Then they were always like when I first started watching vampire films when I was young, they were always hammer horror,
yeah,
and you got the sexy kind of vampire in those.
yeah, yeah. The debonair. That's like
Yeah, yeah,
so. That's what I'm saying. Like Bram Stoker, you know, the novel. It's like, of course, is different than like Bela Lugosi. We get him, but he is more attractive than the traditional. Because Vampire Tales have been out for a long, long time, man. Before Bram Stoker wrote his novel, and Stoker was researching Eastern European vampires, where they actually did vampire hunts, like they did witch hunts. They would dig up bodies, and uh, you know if they looked a certain way, if they had blood on their mouth,
right,
or
yeah.
um, if a horse wouldn't pass over a grave and shit, or an animal wouldn't pass over a certain grave, they thought they'd dig the body up. Like I guess easier to vampire hunt than it was to witch hunt, you know. But
And Eggers does that in the last film we're going to mention as well. He puts in
yeah,
his
he very much does his research.
yeah.
He's a film nerd, historic nerd. I mean, but no, let's see who's in the chat, man. Let's get into the chat right quick.
Yeah.
Let's see. Got Black Glove Reviews. Chris, everyone hit that like. Appreciate
What's
you, man.
up, Chris?
He says, and a quick shout out, my geeky brother, Guy, Caveman, has passed away. He's in a better place. Rest in peace, my man. Yeah, absolutely.
He certainly is, man. He certainly is.
What's going on, Wild Wrangler?
Hey, what's up?
Let's see. D&D chat. December 2nd, 2025. The House with the Laughing Windows comes to 4K from Arrow. Hell yeah.
That shit has been pre-ordered first day.
Yeah.
First day I knew.
Day one. That's pre-order day one. For sure.
Yeah. Can't wait. Release of the year probably is going to be for me.
And Chris says, yeah, well, that might be the release of the year.
Yeah.
Let's see. OG Nosferatu is a masterpiece. Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
Nah. It's done so much. It's inspired so many films and horror. Murnau. There's a whole crazy backstory on Murnau. We'll get into all that, but I kind of wanted to touch on some other things before we do.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wild says Arrow been on a roll this year. Yeah, man. All labels have been doing good. I just haven't been buying as much here lately. I've pulled back quite a bit.
It's never been better, I find, with these labels. The one I didn't get, I'm waiting on, is a Sleepless 4K, which I will end up getting, but I'm gonna see what they're gonna put on sale at the end of November.
Friday. I'm waiting. I'm not a slave to the FOMO, I guess you say. You know,
I usually am, but I'm waiting on that one.
Let's see. Welcome to the panel of pain. We got Texas in here. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Tex?
Let's see. I need to change something right quick that's more appropriate for this.
Okay.
Let's see. I was kind of push for time, man. And we're kind of late, but you know, that's how we do it, I guess. Let's see. All right. Yeah, man. You just never know, man. Like, you know, tomorrow's not promised to any of us.
No, that's what I always say. Like, you know, tell the people you love that you love them. You know, because you, like you say, without being too morbid.
Yeah.
Yeah, life's too short. Like, I guess, man.
Yeah.
But he'd be looking down, man. Knowing Guy, he'd be looking down on everyone's channels and.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I look at death a little different than most. I think it's a transition. I don't think it's the end, you know.
Right.
But, I mean, that's just me. That's just me. Let's see. Chris says I'm a big Vamp fan. Horror of Dracula is getting to become my second all-time Vamp film, and I put OG Nos at third. It's the best silent horror film ever to me, Vamp-wise. Okay.
Yeah, can't argue there.
I would recommend Vampire. It's a very different take on the Vampire. Yeah, I got Vampire as well. Let's see. Carmelo was before Dracula. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. I think I'm caught up. We keep on keeping on. Yeah, definitely, man. So, digging in, man, like I was saying, the Nosferatu or the Strigoi lore was what it was like. They were called Strigoi, and this was the vampires. But like, so have you ever heard of Solomonari? So
I did in the run up to this, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but not before.
So I think Nosferatu like touches more on it than Bram Stoker's Dracula does. But basically, it's kind of crazy. So there's a Chalamont's school where 10 students are chosen, This is in the lore. 10 students are chosen. 9 of them when they graduate or whatever, and they go deep into the hills, deep into the mountain underground. Their teacher is the devil himself, and he teaches them the secrets of nature, how to communicate with animals, and any magic imaginable, shadow manipulation, all kind of shit, right?
Okay.
So when you go in, when you figure all that, when you hear about that, you're like, damn, man. So, but anyway, 9 of them get to go back home, and then one of them has to stay for the devil's pay, and he's got to help the devil or whatever, control the weather. So the way I think this incorporates in Nosferatu is, I think he is the chosen one that had to stay with the devil, like to manipulate the weather, because he controls the weather in the film too, if you notice.
Yeah.
But no, it's just, it says like preparing thunderbolts and riding dragons. This is a whole crazy thing. I mean, riding a dragon would have been a bit too much, I think. I'm glad it wasn't done, you know. But I do appreciate Eggers did bring that. He definitely, he don't spell it out for you, you know, but there's definitely, you see the heptagram on the sarcophagus,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
you see that heptagram symbol.
Yeah.
You notice that Knock is his pages. He's kind of hiding the seal of that heptagram and
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
And it's almost like he's in a secret sect, you know, secret society or whatever, that knows about this Solomonari or whatever, right?
That comes out more, doesn't it, in the Eggers film than the other two?
Yeah,
as well.
it
Yeah.
does. But no, man, it's let's see. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, man. Sorry, yo.
Ah, you're good, man.
But I got a quote. I got some quotes here. So in the Bram Stoker book, though, there's in chapter 18 it says the Draculas were a great and noble race, though now and again were scions who were held by the Covels to have had dealings with the evil one. They learned his secrets in the Shalamonauts, amongst the mountains, where the devil claims the 10th scholar as his due. So it is in the Stoker novel, chapter 18. But then you had folklorist S.F. Marion confirms the Solomonari were strigoi, or vampires who lived underground in the Shalamonts, avoiding the sun for the duration of their lessons. But no, man, people actually believed in this shit, like in that region. If you want to get into Vlad Tepes, Dracula the Third, Vlad Tepes, Dracula the Third, definitely a warlord, but very brutal, man. He killed over 40,000 Turks. I know 20,000 of them were put on stakes, and they put the stakes through their rectum, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then through their neck or through their mouth, and then they would just, and it said that they greased the stakes up with animal fat, and
that's Vlad the Impaler, yeah.
Yeah, Vlad the Impaler, and
that's where the nickname, yeah.
And they said that there was like a forest of Turks on stakes and shit. Like it was setting an example, right?
Yeah.
But he did that to about 20,000 Turks. He beheaded 5,000. He boiled one and cannibalized him.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But there was he had a brutal background. I won't go too deep on Vlad, but he was basically his father and his brother were killed by the Turks, and then the Turks took him in and trained him and raised him and taught him their ways and everything, except he denied their faith. And then he ended up being actually a big representative of the Pope in the Catholic Church, like over there,
Crazy.
and did all this crazy. But I mean, it was a brutal time, man. The Turks were skinning people alive, and leaving them to die slow and shit. Uh, but but nah, you could get a lot of crazy ideas from Vlad, man. Like, I'm no doubt about it. Bram must have got the stakes from Vlad with the impaling and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the so um, I don't know. I was going on and on the other day, right? I was off the top of my head, like, but we're kind of on the spot. Also, the Salomonari, it said that they were between 6 and 10 foot tall, which makes sense in one of the films that we're going to
Yeah.
talk about. They had red hair, most of them. Also, they had red faces. It describes some of them had red faces.
Okay.
And they kept their book. They kept their book of power and wisdom. It was like everything about them in that book. So I'm sure it was like their spells and all that kind of shit. Like, the lore is pretty cool, man. I think. But Zalmoxis was a sky god. Like, this was before Christianity. That in that region. So that it's just wild stuff, man. There's a lot to go into. I mean, I'm sure it'll come out while we're talking more, but
even up until like 100 years ago, there was still talk of vampires being real.
right.
Like the making of Nosferatu, the 1922, which we'll come into.
Yeah.
People thought that like all the people that were working on the film were doing like these kind of rituals, like even satanic rituals and that, and people were wondering what was going on, whether all this is true. And then we'll come on to it, but you've got the lead actor who people thought was an actual vampire as well.
Max Schreck.
Fucking crazy, man. But yeah, I mean, 100 years ago isn't that long ago if you think about it. And then
no, it's not. But I mean, even before then, though, like, so you remember when we covered V?
Yeah.
And then you got the way Mario Bava approached it with the Vertilac. Those were real vampires as well. Like, so there's so many different ideas and lore. I'm trying to remember the werewolf is similar to the Strigoi.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But so, because it's described that vampires could turn into a wolf and they could turn into a bat right later. But originally, from what I found out, they were supposed to be like they could turn into an owl.
An owl? Okay.
An owl, yeah. Which makes sense because, the owl's all-seeing wise owl, right? Like
and it's a bird of the night as well.
Yes, the night bird, yeah.
Yeah.
And they call Orlok in the first one, they call him the death bird, right?
Yeah.
So, but no, man, I just kind of wanted to go into some of that. I thought it was interesting with the Salomonari. So, but the origin of the Salomonari, how they got their name, was from King Solomon. And there's some Gnostic texts that are very old, and it talks about King Solomon controlled demons. He had a ring. He had a certain ring, and he controlled demons. And like, he had them build castles and temples and shit for him,
Yeah.
Also, there was a virgin that tried to escape King Solomon. This is like in the lore or whatever. In one of those Gnostic texts, there was a virgin tried to escape him, and he sent an army of demons to bring her back to him.
Okay. Yeah.
But
crazy, some of the stories, man.
Yeah, to think King Solomon in the Bible, dude. So King Solomon would have been King David's son. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. But I guess you want to get into the film, man, a little bit. The first.
Yeah. I mean, this is like.
I don't have any clips tonight, y'all. I was kind of afraid to do clips on the Universal Nosferatu 2024. Yeah, I didn't want to get. I didn't want to risk that shit. So
no, I mean, there's images of the first film anyway that people will, even if you've never seen the film, you'll know
Yeah.
that shadow creeping up the stairs, and you'll know the look of Orlok.
Right.
And yeah, so this is definitely a first time watch for me, the original.
Yep.
I've never really seen too many like silent films, so I was a
Okay.
bit apprehensive going into this, but I gotta say I did enjoy it. You know, I really enjoyed this one.
Did you watch the? Did it have sound at all? Did it have like a score? The one
Yeah,
you watched, it did.
yeah, it did.
Okay,
Yeah,
so the original one, which I don't recommend because the title cards are in German, but it's still cool to watch it. I did go back and watch that one, and there's no score with the German version. So
and that's because it got lost. The score got lost, didn't it?
yeah.
Early on. Yeah.
So if you get the Kino edition, it does have the English and the German.
Well, okay.
version.
I
So-
know the original score I've got written down. Yeah, was literally lost for a long time. I don't know. I don't think they ever found it, did they? And maybe they had to go, because when they showed it in theaters, they did it with a live band, pretty much at the time.
Right.
But this one's like revolutionary, isn't it? Oh, go on. You're good. Go on.
I was going to say I can go into Murnau a little bit.
Yeah.
So oddly enough, Murnau had done other films prior to this, but this was his international breakthrough film, which is it's wild as hell to think, because so the guy was born in Bielefeld, Germany, the German Empire. He was in World War I. He was a director, producer, and a screenwriter from 1919 to 1931. He died at age 42 in Santa Barbara, California, though. But what's really crazy to me, man, is like you think about the German Expressionism figures, like the big ones, right?
Yeah.
So Murnau is one of them. But then you got Fritz Lang in there, right?
Right. Yeah.
You got Robert Wynn. I think that's how you say it. Ween.
Okay. Yeah.
So who's the other one? I'm blanking. Like the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari have you seen that one?
No, I've seen clips of it. I've always wanted to see that.
And he did damn, what am I blanking, man? Another film called Genuine, 1920. Or it's also known as A Tale of a Vampire.
Okay, yeah.
So that was 2 years prior to this. I haven't seen it, but Faust, Murnau did as well. I do have that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've not seen it. It's like
Okay.
1926, I think.
Yes. It's got a lot of like occulted type shit, symbolism and shit in it, man. But so the producer, Albin Grau, was an acknowledged occultist.
Yeah, I did read about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a member of the Esoteric Society Fraternitas Saturni, meaning Brotherhood of Saturn.
Yeah.
And he tried, there was rumors that he brought Murnau into his circle and shit. You ever?
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier, because there's rumors that there was sacrifices going on behind the scenes.
Oh, hell.
And the whole makers of this film were literally occultists.
Yeah.
His how much of that is true, I don't know, but
so his idea was entered into the film, the contract that you see in the film, right?
Yeah.
Where you see the contract with Knock, you see those symbols. Those are real fucking occultic, esoteric symbols and shit on that damn contract.
Yeah, don't surprise me, man.
You've seen it, right? When he starts looking at it, looks like he's going mad and shit looking at it.
Yeah.
But it was known that Grau was going to use his production company Prana Film to explore more of his occultic fascinations. So
But they went bankrupt, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Over the Stoker situation with I think Bram Stoker's wife
Yeah,
pretty much wanted this film dead and buried.
well,
She didn't want it to come out.
she won she sued them and she won. And there was orders to destroy the film, but there was, of course, there was some rebels in there, and they were like, "Fuck that," and they sent some prints to America, so the film
They
survived.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
One of them survived was sent to France as well. I think
Okay.
that's the main one. The main one they got hold of. Because when I mentioned earlier about the score was actually it was they couldn't find the score for decades. They did eventually find it. I'm just reading it next. I wasn't sure I said earlier. But
Okay.
yeah, they literally found it in a print a lot later, decades later.
But a lot of people didn't think that Murnau was too much into the occult. They thought he was more into exploring like deep psychological and mystical kind of ideas, but they didn't think he was really into the occult kind of shit, which is odd about somebody we're going to talk about later. But I know we keep saying that, but it seems like
I know.
It's very interesting when what comes later. But he was more with the intellectual crowd, I guess you'd say. But you can't deny there's occult and esoteric symbolism all over this fucking film.
There is, yeah.
It ain't hard to, it's blatant in your face too. It's not like it's hidden too much. But this vampire is also demonic, because it explains that the vampire was a sorcerer or a black magician into black magic, and a demon, Belial, changed him into a vampire.
Okay.
So it's the demonic vampire, basically. That's why it's more like a demon than, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Which comes
Belial,
into play in the late division as well, doesn't it? More.
Yeah, Belial's not in the Stoker novel. That's what I'm saying. The story's not exactly like Stoker. It's a blueprint, but there's things changed. The vampire attaches itself to a dead corpse,
Yeah.
Whereas Stoker's debonair looking vampire, but anyway, let's see. But so I'm still touching on Murnau a little bit. In 2015, did you hear about this?
No, go for it, man.
Okay, in 2015, Murnau's grave was robbed in Germany.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, in Germany. It was, guess what they stole? They stole his skull, man.
Shit. 2015, you say?
2015, somebody stole his skull, and it's still unsolved.
I was going to say, is it turned up anywhere or
no? It's unsolved, and there was rumors that there was wax residue, like somebody was burning candles and shit.
Well, obviously for some kind of fucking sacrifice or something. Then.
Some kind of ritual, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still unsolved, man, and his skull's still missing. So yeah,
that's weird, man. I've never heard of that one.
Many scholars have said that that his films are an occult blueprint. So if you watch, you'll start seeing things rooted in astrological, alchemical, and kabbalistic hermeneutics and shit. But yeah,
okay,
definitely esoteric ideas, regardless of Murnau's belief system. So, pretty wild shit, man.
It's kind of renowned, very famous director. Every time you hear his name, this film, everyone knows, like, because he did do one called Phantom as well in 1922.
Yep.
Not sure if that's a horror film. I presume probably is. And
right.
The Last Laugh as well in 1924, which it always comes up in lists and stuff. You got any more on him? On Murnau?
I think that's about all I got on Murnau, man.
Okay, because we can touch on some of the stuff as well. Like the fact that the whole film really, well, most of the film was improvised at the time.
Yeah.
And that don't seem so shocking now, because back in those days, there was no talking. You had to do everything with just moving your
It's
hands
all
and
physical act.
facial expression. Yeah.
You have to convey the story through physical acting. So,
And that's why I think this is a classic, because
yeah.
some of the performances in this are superb. I mean, like, cinematography was by Fritz Arno Wagner, and he done The Testament of Dr. Mabuse, and they're like a series of like German, could even call them Krimi films, but he's more well known for doing Fritz Lang's M in 1931.
Right.
Gunter Krampf, he was uncredited as well as part of the cinematography. He did, funny enough, he did The Hands of Orlak, spelled differently to Orlok, 1924, Pandora's Box, 29, and The Ghoul in 1933.
What about the Golem? Do you see that anywhere?
So Greta Stronger, who plays Ellen,
Yeah.
she also starred in The Golem, 1920.
Yeah. I was trying to remember I can't remember who did that. It might have been that Ween guy or Win.
One of those guys you mentioned, I'm for sure.
Yeah.
The original music was Hans Erdmann, and like I say, the 1922 premiere, they also did. He also did The Testament of Dr. Mabuse. But going on to the cast, so you've got Max Schreck, plays Orlok, and he's got like an interesting kind of backstory, really. So he apprenticed in business before pursuing acting. He toured Germany with like theatre tropes. He married an actress called Fanny Norman, and they often shared, the stages together. They didn't have any children. But his career just started very modestly, in the late 1910s with minor roles. But he ended up over 30 acting credits. His surname actually means fright in German.
Yeah.
And that was leading to some people to believe that it's a pseudonym for actor Alfred Abel, or even that he was a real vampire himself, hired by Murnau. Again, you've got to take yourself back 100 years to really believe all this shit.
That's the thing too, y'all. So y'all kind of excuse us, man. This is not like, I mean, we're just dipping in pretty much on all the back history and story on like the real deal on like a lot of this stuff, but still interesting as hell. Like the Solomonari, man, that blew my mind. Like hearing that shit,
I know it sounds crazy, but sometimes going back to these older films, like in the 30s, and I actually like reading the backstory of some of them more than the actual films. But this one, so you got Greta Schroeder, who plays Ellen. She was in a Paganini as well in 1923. She was raised in like a middle-class family, started acting in her late teens in schools and what have you. But yeah, she was married to an actor and director, Ernest Matre, in 1922, the same year. And they got divorced in the 30s amid the rise of Nazism, whereas he was a Jew. So she kind of stayed on, remained in Germany. And he was obviously run out of Germany at that time. But she was always never really a household name. And so she was always living in the shadow of actresses Lil Dagova and Asta Nielsen, two German actresses. And she died, I think, at the age of 74 in Berlin in 1967. But
that's still probably that's still a long time for back then,
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the people connected to this died very young. But just go through. So you got Gustav van Wagenheim, and he plays Thomas Hutter. And I mean, we can go through the story because this is like the original, you know, and then we can kind of put the next one, like the different points of the next one and all that. But in terms of the film, before we go through it, I've got some stuff, you know, some facts and that. So let me get my notes right now.
Yeah.
Just
And if y'all are digging this content, man, y'all, you know, considering doing the things, you know.
I thought he was going to play a video.
Bastard!
There you go, right on time. So this was this premiered on March the 4th, 1922 in Berlin. It was produced by Prana Film. It was their only film due to bankruptcy, as we mentioned.
Sorry, man.
Sorry. Filmed on location in Slovakia and Germany. So, like you say, you got the old backstory with the occultists and all that. Do you know the iconic scene in this where he's climbing the stairs and you see the shadow?
Yeah.
That was all improvised on the spot, which is fucking incredible when you think
That's
about
just
it.
great lighting, you know.
Yeah. That was done with Germany as well. But yeah, so there was an alternative ending to this when it came out.
Right.
And it included where Ellen's sacrifice didn't actually kill Orlok, but he fled into the night. This version was cut to align closer to Dracula's narrative, and apparently no copies of that ending has survived. So that would have been nice to have seen.
So that makes sense. That makes sense on the next film, then, I guess.
Well, yeah. Well, I think we both agree with the ending on the next one.
Yeah.
I went back and watched it again. I completely agree with you. The stop motion and double exposure techniques in Orloff's supernatural movements were like groundbreaking for the time in this film.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Like
back
the shit with the shit with the coffins.
That's the main one when he comes, when he comes out of the coffin, But I said about the original score. Some historians argue Orlok's arrival with rats mirrors the Black Death spread in medieval Europe, a subtle allegory for disease and social decay, reflecting post-war World War anxieties in Germany at the time.
The thing about it, you know, about the rats. The one thing about the rats, though, that was they blame the rats for spreading the Black Plague, you know?
Yeah.
But it really wasn't I mean, I'm sure the rats didn't help, but it wasn't just the rats. It was people, you know, instead of blaming people, you know, because I was like reading about Vlad. That's some of the shit he did, man. He took people that had like the bubonic plague.
Yeah.
And he sent them into the towns of his enemies and shit. Of the Turks and shit.
Which is genius if you think about it.
Yeah, he infected them and shit, which has a good theme of Dracula too, you know, the infection, the you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
Wild shit.
So just touching on the story, we'll go through, you know, briefly mention the whole story, and then we'll put up the other films against this. So you got 1838 in the German town of Wisburg. Thomas Hutter, he goes to Transylvania. His employee, state agent Knock. Sorry, I was going to say Knock there.
Knock.
So yeah, he goes to see this new client, named Orlok, and he's living up in the over the Carpathian Mountains, and literally Orlok wants to buy a house, pretty much in Hutter's own residence.
Yeah, right across the street.
Yeah, and we know because there's a link with Ellen, his wife.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see why that comes into it. But Hutter goes off there, and he goes to look for the route on of a map. And Knock secretly studies a mystery piece of paper with all those weird symbols you mentioned earlier, like all those fucking. So you've got that goes on, and then Hutter obviously on his journey. Then he gets to this old inn, The locals are like horrified when he mentions Orlok's name,
Yep.
and they're all like, "No, you want to keep away." And that's when he finds that book, doesn't he, in his room, all about vampires, and he starts to read it and
Yeah,
puts
the
it
book was
in
that
his
book
book.
was so I have it here. Hold on a second. It was of vampires, terrible phantoms, and the seven deadly sins. So uh Thomas Hutter, he reads on and he learns about the vampire feeds on blood and sleeps in the soil from the fields of the Black Death.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's where he's like, what the hell? And like all these people are just acting weird and shit. You know, but
But yeah, look,
we got
in
to
my
explain too, though, what his motive is. So his whole motive is he wants the finer things in life for him and his wife. He wants to make his wife happy. He wants a nice house. He wants them to have all this good shit. And she's just like Ellen's just like, no, you know, like he brought her flowers and she's like, damn, why'd you kill those flowers? You know, that kind of shit. She didn't want that. She just wanted him, you know, but he don't really acknowledge what she wants. He's just
and this isn't like what you get in a fucking car like today, and you're gone for like 4 hours or something. This is like a 6-week
yeah,
hike, like a trip on horses, on
yeah,
foot, and
yeah,
all that. I like the part when he pretty much like his carriage won't let him go beyond a certain point. So then he's got to travel by foot, and then after sunset, like this coach of horses appears, and
right,
doesn't seem to be anyone actually riding them,
yeah.
steering them, or what have you. And
Well,
that seems to be in most of these films, to be honest.
in the original, in the first one, the original, it is Orlok, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which it is in Count Dracula too, though, if you think about it.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, uh, but he's hiding his face so you can't tell. You know. Uh,
But yeah, when you know the story, you know it is actually him.
yeah.
Um, but obviously, then he goes up and meets Orlok. Welcomes him in. You've got the whole scene with he's having dinner and he cuts his thumb, and like Orlok
Cutting the
just
bread.
wants to suck the blood out of his thumb.
Do you think there's like
Yeah.
some symbolism there with the bread? You know, the bread and the blood, like
Go on, go on.
with like Jesus, right? So I'm just
Okay, no, I never seen it like that, but
yeah.
yeah,
So he's cutting bread, breaking bread, I guess you say, and like he's going to eat the you know, I don't know. It might just be me, but to know that this guy was an occultist, the producer, you know, like I'm sure he had mad
right.
influence over Murnau and certain things.
Oh yeah, yeah, because he's like repulsed, isn't he? Like Orlok wants to suck the blood out of his thumb, and he's like really repulsed by it all.
Right. He's
Um,
saying he can heal him or like get the infection, like cure, you know,
yeah,
that
yeah.
yeah. I might be mixing
Uh,
the film up, but like says something about like a rusty that knife might be dirty or some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
but
mean, that's a scene that's in all of these, I think.
right.
But you've got then, he finds himself there and he goes to sleep. He's been traveling and all that. But the next day he finds like fresh puncture wounds in his body. And he just puts it down to like mosquitoes, doesn't he?
Mosquito
And
bites.
then
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, what the hell? That's a hell of a mosquito. Shit.
Right, exactly. And then
And
you got that great scene as well where he sat at the table and pretty much all I've noticed is a miniature portrait of his wife, Ellen.
right.
And he says she has a lovely neck. Um, and
Yeah.
that would, yeah, if you didn't know at this point that he's a fucking vampire, then I don't think you ever will.
Right.
Obviously he's like he's pretty much enslaved there, isn't he? Really, they won't let him go or anything. He's kind of held captive there. But he does escape at one point. Um, but yeah, obviously Orlok is pretty much hellbound on getting, to that place of residence, that new house that he's bought.
Right.
Um, but you do see Orlok enter the bedroom with like Hutter, he's pretty much hiding under the bedclothes and he falls unconscious and all that. And then we kind of go back, don't we? Back and forth then, because you go back to Weisberg then, where Ellen's sleepwalking. Again, I think that's in most of these. Yeah, it pretty much is in all of them, innit?
It
I think
is.
it's in
It is.
2024 as well.
And people thought that was strange, I think there's something to that though, man. I really do. Like sleepwalking, there's some strange. I remember when I was young, I used to sleepwalk a little bit when I was a kid.
Yeah, and me.
But
Yeah.
but when I got older, all that went away. So I don't know what
Weirdly, it
that's about.
does. Yeah, I don't know why.
But
Yeah, I
but it's
used
like,
to, and I had no recollection how I'd ever got to bed, and it's weird.
what is your idea? What's your take on Ellen? I think she's like psychic or some kind of medium.
It's
You know,
touched upon more in the definitely in the 2024.
yeah. Hmm.
So I think, yeah, I think she's pretty much Edgar's got a great mind, without jumping the gun too much.
Yeah.
She was kind of devoid of love as a young child, and she
Hmm.
kind of almost summoned the devil, if you like.
Well, it's
Uh,
like she always could like know what's going to happen, kind of, you know.
yeah, she's psychic. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, definitely.
But everybody just thought she's
Um,
weird. She's like the outcast, right?
Right, yeah. Because she gets psychic visions of Orlok in the castle actually threatening her husband. I think she shouts out, or she shouts Hutter's name, and Orlok actually hears her from, on a different side of the planet, pretty much.
I think. Well, you
Um,
hear what Orlok. Well. I'm kind of jumping. I'm mixing the stories up because they do differ a little bit, you know.
yeah, they do. Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, the second film we're going to mention is pretty much the same up until the last half hour, and
right.
then Eggers completely does his own thing, but keeping that kind of structure as well.
Right.
But you've got kind of, just to go through the story a little bit more. So you got Hutter then, he goes looking around the castle, he can't get out type thing. But he finds a vault, and inside the coffin is actually Orlok resting dormant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a great scene as well, because he flees back to his room then, and yeah, you've got you see that great shot as well as where Orlok's piling up the coffins, and then he goes and fucking lays down in the one as the coaches go to take him away. That's a great shot, great scene as well.
Right.
But Hutter does eventually like escape the castle. I think he injures himself in the process, and he's rushing to get back home because he knows, he pretty much knows Orlok is heading there, and he's got intentions on his wife.
Right. Which we see Orlok going on the boat on the ship or whatever.
Yeah.
So then that's like the voyage of the Demeter, right?
Okay, I've never seen that. And I'm starting to piece together all these fucking
It's in
spin-offs and
it's in the Stoker novel.
yeah, all these
Know.
little spin-offs and stuff I'm starting to piece together. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Basically, he brings the Black Death with him, the plague with him, and
well, this is it.
he has to bring all those coffins with his soil, where
Yeah.
where he was buried or whatever. So.
And they open one up, don't they? And they find rats and what have you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this story is fucking superb, like, isn't it? I think in the next version, it like Herzog does actually drag it out a little bit longer than it should.
Yeah.
This is perfect. This is like a nice 90, 92, 93 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I do actually like looking at the Eggers film now a second time. I do actually think it's justified to be 2 hours. I think that's for his version, the extra stuff you get.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's not, at first I thought maybe that was like maybe slowly paced, but second time I don't think so.
Yeah, I know, man. It gets better every time for me. And I mean, and I don't go to a lot of movies in the theater, right?
Yeah.
But I went and seen that movie twice, and when it came out last year, around Christmas time,
Yeah, yes. I can't wait to there's a couple of performances I want to mention when we do come on to that, certainly. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, you've got, people, all these crew of this ship all starting to die one by one. they actually think, you know, it is, you know, the plague of rats and what have you. Um, then, you know, they both get to their destination, Orlok, and so does Hutter. There's lots of death happening in the town straight after Orlok's arrival, funny enough. So you put two and two together. But yeah, you've got the whole thing, the side story as well with Nock, the estate agent. He's gone insane. He ends up in a mental asylum. I like the way they actually do that character in the three versions.
I like how it don't tell you, but I wanted to know your take on it. So the Knock
Okay.
character.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that the Knock character was he already knew what was going on? Or do you
Yeah.
think that he come across that page with all those symbols like a spell?
Right.
Do you think he read all that shit and looked at it and then it fucked him up? It like twisted his mind?
I think somehow that he summoned fucking Orlok in the same way Ellen did as a child. And I
Right.
think, yeah, whether he did it when he come across that, I don't know, that script.
Yeah.
But there's definitely it's never really you're never really told.
It don't tell you. No.
Like Edgar's does kind of go into a little bit more, but
Yeah.
you know, with the whole worshiping, you know, he's coming,
Mm-hmm.
which I like.
But you see how he's possessed, right?
Yeah, this is it. Very much like Ellen, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
And I just think, yeah, maybe he was the first to come across Orlok in the Nosferatu.
Mm-hmm.
But then he escapes, doesn't he? He strangles one of the wardens. He escapes. That's where you've got the scene where Ellen reads the book. Then the Hutter found, and then she realizes then that only a pure-hearted woman can distract the vampire from approaching like dawn, and she's got the beauty and she can offer like Orlok the blood as well. So she kind of or tries to sacrifice herself really
Yeah.
for the sake of others.
Yeah.
Did
She's
you
not
know?
concerned. I mean, you get that from the beginning, though. She's not concerned with money or material.
Right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? She just wants to be with Thomas. You know, like
Did you notice as well the original actress who plays her and Lily Rose Depp look fucking very similar?
they do. Yeah.
Man, it's like, yeah, you can see why he went that route with them, and the fact that she's just fucking amazing actress anyway. I don't care what I've seen people on here say she's shit, she can't act. Lily Rose Depp, I mean, and
That's
those
bullshit because like the
bullshit, man.
contortionist shit she did with her body. I mean, she had to learn how to do that shit. Like there
That
was
possession scene, there's two in there, is fucking incredible.
right.
Like the acting, just her whole performance, like without jumping the gun, I know we are, but
Yeah, we keep
her,
jumping the gun.
her performance, yeah, it's hard not to like because you've got the three different versions, haven't you?
Yeah,
But her performance, man, is worth that fucking film alone. And I
yeah,
mean, you've got everything else as well that comes with it. But just to like kind of tie this film up, you know, and then we've pretty much got the outline to where we want to go for the next two. Um, so yeah, so Nock is literally blamed. He's blamed for everything with the regards the plague. He's returned back to the asylum. You got Ellen. Then she opens the window. She invites Orlok in. She pretends to be ill so that her then can go and get Professor Bulwer. So he's a doctor. He comes into it more in the other two versions as well.
right.
But after he goes, Orlok enters and drinks her blood, and then you've got the scene where the sun rises and Orlok literally dies in a puff of smoke with the
Yeah.
dawn becoming dawn. You
Well,
know.
I mean, you got to think during that
Um,
time, man. That was like some groundbreaking shit, probably. You know.
oh yeah, and like Nock is in his fucking cell and he senses all and he can see all this going on as well. So like you say, you've got that aspect too. It's kind of a sad ending because she kind of just like lives long enough to be comforted by, you know, Hutter, who finally gets there in time and then she passes away.
Right.
The film's final image, then you've got Orlok's destroyed castle. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, what a great film, man.
Yeah.
This is not going to be for everyone, by the way.
No.
There's going to be people watching this review now that are kind of going to be skeptical. I would say definitely give it a go, because I wouldn't have thought I'd like silent films, but
Yeah.
when they're done like this level, then yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen this film, but I was watching it yesterday, and then like my wife come by, I said, "Look at this, babe. This is a 103-year-old movie right here."
And she was gone then in the
And
next.
she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
she's like, how do you? That's got to be boring." I'm like, "Oh, hell no!" Like, hell no, like not for me. It ain't.
I can imagine Tasha sat there when you put stuff on, and she's like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah, she ain't gonna watch it.
No,
No way.
like you say, it's not for everyone.
Right.
We're at a certain age as well. I think that I can appreciate these films more the older I get.
Yeah.
I am gonna maybe have a difference of opinion with you. I do actually think the Max Shrek is the best Orlok. I'm
Okay.
guessing you probably think the 2024 is.
Well, it's kind of hard to beat the original, right? Like
that's what I was thinking, but I know you definitely put that performance in 2024 really highly. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, I do put Skarsgård, man, because the voice, I think he nailed it. I mean, that's the thing between the silent and the audio. I think he nails it with the voice.
That accent is fucking chilling, man.
And
yeah,
like in the Romanian and in the English, I've heard some people say that it worked. It worked when he was speaking in Romanian, but when he started speaking in English, it didn't work or whatever. But I think it works all the way around. He had to train his voice, so they didn't use any effects or anything. That's all him.
That's incredible, isn't it? Didn't he lock himself away as well for like 6 weeks or something?
Yeah,
so
and
he could originally get the isolation part of the character.
Right. Because originally he was going to play Hutter. Could you imagine that?
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no, they definitely went the right way, I think.
Yeah.
And that was going back to Max Shrek as well. He did actually isolate himself from the whole cast when they did the original. And yeah, there was a big shroud of mystery around him.
A lot of villains do that in film. I've heard Kane Hodder talk about that. Like,
oh yeah. I mean, you just get into character, then and then you just act. You just don't mingle with the rest of the cast.
Right.
There was a film called Shadow of the Vampyre, made in 2000, which was kind of all based around the making of this original film. John Malkovich stars, Willem Dafoe, which we'll see later on as well, Udo Kier, and it was produced by Nicolas Cage, believe it or not. And I've seen it before. I started to watch it again, and then when they were trying to make out the Max Shrek character was a real vampire and all that, and I mean, it didn't. I was looking into it a bit further, and some of the stuff in it is not factually correct. So I kind of give up after 20 minutes this time round. But it is worth a watch. But don't, if you're doing a show or you're doing a podcast or something, don't actually watch it because it is factually very incorrect. That kind of, I don't know if you want to go through the chat before we mention the second film.
Yeah, let me catch the chat, yo.
Yeah, go for it, man.
See, let me go back. See what I missed. And where were we at?
It's probably a while back now.
Let's see. Sorry, hold on.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Wild Wrangler says he's never seen Nosferatu 1979.
Okay, well, we'll be talking about that one.
Yeah. Shadow the Vampyre is based on the Nosferatu film to write, with Dafoe playing Max Shrek. Yeah, kind of, but it's fictional. They're playing it like that Max Shrek was a real vampire, which was a rumor during that time. That's why I think that's the inspiration of the film.
The whole like them two as well as like Max Schreck and the director, they
Yeah.
kind of bullshitted the way because there was like plot points which didn't happen as well with them. So they tried to create drama, I think.
Texas said he's heard of salmonella. Okay.
Salmonella poisoning. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, never heard of this story. Okay. Let's see. I like different types of vamps too, like Fright Night and Nosferatu and others. Karnstein.
The
I think
Karnstein trilogy, yeah, man, definitely.
The Polish vampire is interesting. When we covered, I like bats.
Yeah, yeah.
That's different, right? Where they're born, you know. These are born vampires or whatever.
I have got to say though that Salem's Lot, nothing ever is going to beat Salem's Lot for me.
Okay. Yeah, Salem's Lot used to be my number one, but let's see, it's my number two. Got Acres of Movies. Would Kelsey Grammer be a good Nosferatu? I don't know who Kelsey Grammer is.
I don't know either.
I'm sorry.
I've heard the name, but I don't know.
Rest in peace, Caveman.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
I read Bram Stoker's It's an All-Timer, but not the best vamp book. Also, Dracula has no issue dying in sunlight. Yeah, it just weakens him. Yeah, that's true. Let's see, kind of like Cannibal Holocaust.
Okay, that's going back now. I can't remember what that's in relation to what we were talking about.
Let's see. Yeah, the Impels were a warning to Ottomans. Dracula Untold is a fun vamp film. By the way, I like it. Okay. Turks destroyed the last remnants of the Roman Empire. The Turks destroyed a lot of shit. The Ottomans, but Vlad, he made him pay. He gave him hell. I'll say that shit. And also Elizabeth Bathory, if you ever check out anything on her. Have you ever heard of her?
Oh, yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah. There's been quite a few films based on her.
Right. She's a pure evil, you know what? We won't go into it, but
there's a Flotsam and Jetsam song about her as well, which I like.
Okay, Flotsam and Jetsam. Yeah.
I would actually do some Elizabeth Bathory if we can. Maybe...
There's some vampire films about her. Like, I know it's fiction, but it's the true story about her is, I think, worse. Like the shit she did. It's pretty hardcore. But anyway, a big cannon broke the walls of Constantinople.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I think Vlad had 120 cannons.
Right.
Let's see. You could say also that Lilith is the queen of vampires, the fourth whore, the mistake of God. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's the lore, I guess. You know.
Shit, you're losing me now on some of the.
That's also
Go on.
That's also not like in the canon. It's not in the Bible. Lilith is not in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? It's like she would be in like a Gnostic text. You know.
Okay.
But let's see. Grimoires, Blades, Bibles of Demons. Who did Faust? Yeah, that's Murnau. Yeah. In the Chris says in the Nosferatu film, he reads that the book that talks about vamps in the biblical sense. I love that. Nephilim. Oh yeah.
Shit, man. I wish I knew all the fucking backstories and shit to this.
The Nephilim. Did he talk about the Nephilim in the Nosferatu though? I don't think so.
Well, in the original.
Yeah.
Not that I can remember, but
okay. That's how Dracula looked in the book. Harker describes him perfectly in this film.
Okay.
Let's see. The keep in the Carpathian Mountains as well. Let's see. I did like Last Voyage. I didn't like the Last Voyage. I know some people don't, but it did well on the part of the novel. I didn't like it because it's basically if you want to watch Last Voyage of the Demeter, I'd say just go watch Alien. Like, the
Okay.
original, it's the
Yeah.
same shit. Go watch the original Alien, pretty much. Except for the CGI is pretty bad in the Last Voyage.
Yeah, I got no interest in
Yeah,
seeing
it's
that from
not.
what I've heard. Like,
It's not.
yeah.
I think Lauren liked it too, but I don't. I didn't like it. Uh, Interesting. Nosferatu is very Castlevania. Yeah, I'm sure they pulled from it. See, I used to be in a Ravenloft back in the day. You ever heard of a Ravenloft?
No.
So it's like D&D role playing. We didn't have a lot to do. We lived out in the country. We did these role playing games and shit.
Mm.
Uh, Strad von Zarevich was like this big, powerful necromancer vampire kind of shit, you know. So that was always pretty interesting. Uh, the lore on that shit. But let's see. Anyway, I'm kind of going on a tangent. Let's see.
I was gonna say like about the original as well. I forgot to mention like they were filmed in legitimate castles. I think all three of them were. Yeah, original
Yeah.
locations. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orlocks is Skarsgård's best role period for now. Yeah, I would say so.
It's hard to beat that. Yeah.
Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust has Bathory. I recommend that anime film. And while Wrangler says y'all are great at these deep dives, I appreciate it, man. Like
Thanks, man.
we try to do our best. I don't always have the most time of everything I want to do, but I try. So
yeah, I'm not massively up on the whole Dracula and
the lore,
vampire lore and all that.
well,
So I'm pretty much learning as I go.
There's still a lot to it though, man. There's a lot of different mythos, and then there's a whole nother game that I never did play, but it's called the Masquerade.
Okay.
And it has all these different species of vampires that you can be and shit. You know?
Yeah.
I know Nosferatu was one of them though. So the Nosferatu vampire in that game was like the rodent, ugly looking bastard, you know. So
Okay.
but anyway.
What I do like about these are the completely three different versions. I know the first hour of the next one we're going to come on to is similar to the original.
Yeah.
But they do all do their own thing. This one not to a great degree, I find. But I mean, you've got, I don't know if you want to kick it off with Werner Herzog.
Go ahead. Yeah. We can go into it.
So you've got Werner Herzog, obviously everyone knows, for me, like my original kind of first film I saw from him was Grizzly Man, and that's a horror film in itself, I think, even though it's real life.
Mm-hmm.
But he was quite famous for working, with Klaus Kinski. He did Fitzcarraldo, Wojciech, Cobra Verde, Aguirre, The Wrath of God. I still don't know how to pronounce it properly.
Oh, yeah, that's a great film, by the way, with Kinski. Like that's some wild shit happened on that film.
Well, I was gonna say, go back if people are interested.
Aguirre,
in Kinski,
that's what it is. Aguirre,
yeah. Go back to our stream with Troy Howarth, and then you'll know everything you want to know about Klaus Kinski and more, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of I love the look of this. I think
everything looks great.
The music. He's definitely got the costume design and everything is just fucking on point. It's superb.
I'm not a fan of. I gotta admit, I'm not a fan of. And I don't know why the choice he made. There's another nitpick I have with the Herzog film is. I don't get why he chose to. It's called Nosferatu, he looks like Orlok, but he goes with Count Dracula, and then he goes with all the character names from Dracula.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's just because he knew he couldn't be sued at that point, and why not? Probably because it is a Dracula story.
It is. But if you're gonna go that far to make him look like Max Shrek, I didn't understand the idea behind that. But
okay, yeah, that's a bit
the
weird.
other nitpick I had was I wasn't a fan of Kinski's costume. Like that don't look very. I don't know. You just don't.
I
It looks
didn't.
like
Yeah, I thought it was okay.
you get it at a costume shop or something. Though it don't look.
Oh shit!
It don't. It don't
I
look
didn't. I
authentic to me.
definitely didn't get that from
Yeah,
it.
it don't look authentic like for the time that he's supposed to be from and shit. But I don't know.
But yeah, just knowing the whole fucking backstory with him as well is kind of the guy was legitimately fucking crazy, wasn't
He's
he?
nuts, yeah, and he's very sympathetic the way he plays it. Like you don't think?
I kind of like. Yeah, I like he put his own spin on it.
Yeah, but it's very. I don't know.
He's definitely the worst Orlok, I think, 8-3,
Yeah,
and that's
right.
yeah.
Right.
And people like for me, I love all three portrayals of Ellen, and like this is no different because you got Isabella Adjani.
Yeah,
She's fucking incredible, man.
she is, man. I love Isabel. I got nothing bad to say about her. I think her look.
Everything I've seen her in, man, she just delivers.
I mean, they nailed the costume with her, like the costume design with her and shit. I just don't understand that shit.
I'll have to go back and see
what he's wearing. It looks like shit that you get out of a costume shop, But I don't
know. But mentioning her, right? So she did the remake of Diabolique in '96.
Yeah.
She did The Tenant. Yeah. One Deadly Summer. The last horror film, 1982. But the big one is Possession, which is fucking Oscar-winning performance, I think.
Yeah, and everybody
Possession
talks shit about Possession, but damn, man, that is a deep layered fuck with your head kind of movie.
You've got to go into that film with the right mindset. You've literally got to know a little bit what you're getting yourself into. You can't just fucking and you can't really watch it once either. You've got to watch it numerous times.
Yeah, you
and
really
I find, and again, we've done a stream on it, but I find with that film, I was kind of in a similar situation, when you've got, a failed relationship and you've got a young child or a young boy. So I could relate. But,
and the director was going through divorce at the time.
Yeah.
And then you got the whole thing because the Berlin Wall was still up when the film was made.
Yeah.
So there's heavy symbolism between East and West Berlin, Germany. So
exactly, yeah, which adds another layer to that film.
Right.
She was also in The Tenant, Polanski's The Tenant.
It's great too to see her in there playing that role.
I've not seen it yet, The Tenant. I've got that super duper edition.
Yeah.
I'm planning on.
I love her look in this one though. Like,
oh man, she's just fucking amazing.
Super pale, and then she's got like that classic silent film look when she does her eyes real wide.
Yeah.
She does that shit. She's great.
How many people can you say go up against Kinski and outdo him? There's not many, but she does in this film.
Yeah.
She was born in Paris in 1955. She holds a record for the most Caesar Awards for Best Actress. She had 5 of them. She was nominated for 2 Academy Awards as well. Discovered at the age of 12 through like a school theater group. Yeah, again, she won dual Best Actresses Cannes as well for Possession and Quartet. So yeah, people dig her stuff out, man. If you've never seen her, yeah, she delivers in everything. And yeah, so you got Jonathan Harker. I'm a great fan of Bruno Gantz. Was the guy who played him. I wasn't a fan of him as an actor in this. I don't know what you think.
Oh, I'm not real big.
No, he's the worst, Jonathan Harker, or the worst of that character.
Yeah,
by a long way as well. I think he doesn't come close to the other actors in this. You get Renfield in this as well. Roland Topper. That guy was annoying as fuck, man. Just laughing every fucking line.
He's too over the top. He's way
too much, man. Yeah. I was in the end. He got on my fucking nerves. Like
he really is way over the top.
Yeah.
And
I know if they'd have just done it early on, then fair enough. But
You know what
and
I
I
do
thought,
like? Some of the best cinematography in this one though is like when it's showing the slow motion of the bat. You know,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love that shit. That's fucking amazing.
that's
It's
definitely
it's
the
so
plus
simple.
point. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
simple, but it's fucking great, man.
That's
Uh,
the plus point of this film is the cinematography, the
yeah.
shot, and
Mhm.
all that. So again, just to go through it like a little bit, and we'll go through the differences. It pretty much starts the same. All the differences in the names. So you've got this is 1850. You've got Jonathan Hacker. Um, so this is actually called Wismar in Germany as well, which is slightly different. So you've got a different year, a different date, and a different name to the characters.
Right.
You got Renfield, like I mentioned as well.
You know that they
Um,
shot this. So they shot the film in English, right?
yeah,
And then they turned around and shot it all again in German.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they done it at the same time.
They
I
did it at
heard
the same
they,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they done
But,
one scene in German, one scene in English.
yep.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you watch the different films, you'll notice there's a slight difference. You know,
So the actual scenes are different then as well, where the
a little bit.
characters walk and that.
It's just the performances are a little different.
What's the best version? Would you say? Yeah,
I watched the German version this time. Um,
yeah.
I think I like the German better because they're more natural. Um,
Okay, with the language.
with the language, I think they're more natural. Isabella Johnny, I know she could speak in English, but she was dubbed in the English version, by the way.
Yeah, I gathered that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And she's called Lucy in this as well. She's not called Ellen.
that's what I'm saying. That they're using the Dracula characters.
Oh, right. So Lucy is in Dracula then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Um, so you've got the original. Just the start of this is the same, pretty much. The same story that he goes to find Orlok. Wants
It
to
just
buy a house.
it's
Uh,
almost laughable though. Sometimes when you're watching it with Kinski, when he's like, "I am Count Dracula," and I'm just like, "What the
yeah.
fuck?" Like,
I mean, I don't
I
dislike
don't
his
know.
performance at all. I like his performance. I just
Yeah,
don't think he's as good as the other two. But he's still
right.
fucking Kinski. He's still good.
Yeah, he's good.
Um,
It's good, but I guess when you're comparing it to these other two, it just don't do it for me anyway. But
but the whole big difference in this one, obviously, is the Jonathan Harker character. He becomes very ill and again. We might as well spoil these because it's 79. People would have probably seen these anyway.
yeah,
But the main
it'll
difference
give me a
is,
reason to do something.
yeah, yeah.
Hold on, let me get. I need to get better. I need to delete some of this shit.
I'm sorry, but I think this is a crock of shit.
The wrong one. Sorry.
Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Whoa! Shit!
You fuck, look, it could be a pile of shit out of somebody's asshole.
All right, I'm gonna settle down now.
You're good, man. Yeah, the main difference is the Jonathan Harker character, and he slowly, literally, just becomes a vampire.
Yeah,
It
it don't
doesn't
work.
work, does it? It just doesn't work as well.
And then the way he
Um,
says it too, he's like, he's doing that shit with his hands, and he's like, "Get my horses. I have much to do."
yeah,
It's
it's.
like,
I think it was too predictable as well. You could see that happening in this version as well early on. It doesn't make no kind of way of disguising the fact that that's going to happen.
what do you think
Um,
about when Kinski, when he dies? You think he died What do you think? Do you think it's too much, or like it's kind of silly? Ain't it?
He does kind of milk the fucking scene, doesn't he, a little bit?
He's all like,
Yeah.
this. He's like,
Yeah.
kind of like
And he's
over.
kind of very hands-on, isn't he, with Isabella Adjani in that one scene, which
Oh yeah,
no one
he's
is
pulling her
back.
dress up.
Yeah.
And he's
He's
like
got
putting
his
his hand right
down
on her breast.
below. And, yeah, both. And I mean, knowing his backstory, you can tell that he was usually like that on and off screen. You've got the funny scene as well with this, where so Jonathan like awakes from his sickness, and then Van Helsing says, for this little fucking dwarf, for no reason, with this stupid English fucking accent, like, arrest him now. And this little fucking I'm pissing myself laughing, man. You shouldn't be laughing in that scene, but this
I think it's meant for humor though.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Its actual dub is the funniest part though. The way he just
I mean, I watched it in German too, and it's still silly as hell, so
yeah, but fuck, man, that I was pissing myself laughing. But yeah, that's pretty much the difference in it. Is the ending, like the last half hour. You've got all that stuff as well where I was gonna say Ellen then, or where his wife puts all that concentrated hosts around his chair and shit, and the maid's gotta like clean it away.
He persuades her to sweep that away, and she
that didn't really work for me, man. Yeah. And you've got the ending as well, where he rides away on horseback and he's dressed as Dracula.
Which I didn't understand. He's riding and it's sunlight.
Well, there you go.
What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that Herzog, he did his own thing anyway in the last like 30 minutes, but it just didn't work. I don't know. It was done really cheaply as well, I will say. I think it was 16 crew.
Yeah, you heard about all the I was going to bring this part up that I remember. You heard about the animals, right? How the animals are treated?
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
So, like, I know a little bit. I know that the rats were boiled, and they died. They tried to dye them, and then some of them died during the process and shit because he wanted to dye them white,
Yeah.
And then a bunch of them died and shit. I think now there was other animals too, though. Do you know?
I know he's got a bad reputation because Kinski used to bring it up a lot in all his films that Herzog killed animals.
Right.
Not just this one, but the rats. I just find, fuck me, man. There was thousands of them, or I believe that got killed as well.
Yeah.
The original title to this version was Nosferatu Phantom of the Night. And
I think I actually like that better.
Yeah, it's a loose adaptation of Bram Stoker's, the Dracula novel.
Yeah.
So this was done on a shoestring budget with 16 people.
On a shoe shit.
Well, some of it is shoe shit. But yeah, it was filmed primarily in the Netherlands, in Holland, standing in for Wismar, Germany, and it was done in Czechoslovakia castle as well, called Prstine. And that was like Dracula's lair or what have you. Because it's weird to say Dracula, but yeah, that it's not Orlok, it's Dracula in it.
It's very strange that he did it. That he went that route with it. I don't understand.
Yeah, and you're never gonna. I guess you can't win either way, though, can you? Really? Because you never.
I'm just wondering if he just did it to fuck with people or what. Like, you got the dude looking like Max Schreck. Why would you call him Count Dracula?
Who fucking knows, man? With Herzog as well.
I mean, it was the 70s, right?
You can give me this fucking film over that any day of the week, over this one.
Really?
Yeah, I fucking love Nosferatu in Venice. I will mention it at the end.
Yeah.
Just the backstory.
The backstory, but I don't know about putting it over to.
I would rather watch Nosferatu in Venice 10 times and watch this one again. And I do like this one. And we didn't give our ratings, actually. So my rating for the first one is 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Got to say that.
Yeah. So the first one I'll give the original man, 1922, Nosferatu, man. It's got to be I'd probably give it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just because of what all it's done for horror in general. Most people don't even realize everything that's done, you know?
Exactly. I think 7.5 will definitely be like an 8 in time. Kinski took like 4 hours to do his makeup in this.
Right.
And he used a bald cap and he got like rat-like teeth, elongated nails, and the black costume mimicking Max Schreck from the original.
I don't know why they didn't go with the same costume. That's what I don't
Yeah,
know.
it does seem kind of strange to me.
It would have worked better, I think.
Yeah. So this premiered on January the 17th, 1979 in France and April the 12th in West Germany. It was entered into the 29th Berlin International Film Festival, where the production designer Herner von Kieck won the Silver Bear Award. And it was fairly successful. So it was grossing over 1 million admissions. Like 1 million people went to see it in West Germany alone. And it did really well and strongly in France and Italy as well. So it did do, decent enough. Did you notice? Go on.
One thing I got to bring up is, so in the Dracula story that's left out in all three of these films, there's really nothing sexy about any of these three, right? So in Dracula films,
yeah,
you have the hot 3 vampire chicks in the castle.
Yeah.
Where Dracula busts in and he's like, he ends up
the topless babes and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, he ends up throwing them a baby to get him away from Thomas. What's his name his name ain't Thomas in the original in Dracula. I'm blanking.
I've not.
But you know what I mean, right? Like,
I've only ever seen the 31 version like once. I've never read the novel.
Because they're all coming at him to get him.
Yeah.
And then Dracula gives them a baby, a newborn baby, and then walks. Then he gets out of there or whatever.
Okay, like a distraction thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I did want to say, and I will say here's our fucking brilliant way to start this film. So the film opens with real 19th century mummies.
Yeah. That's why I put it in the intro.
Yeah, they were from Mexico, a Mexico museum, and they were actually cholera victims from 1833, which is fucking. I do like the way it opens with that.
It is
because
pretty.
You like a really, it's kind of a gothic opening, isn't it? The only other thing I got on this one is Kate Bush sampled the film score for a 1985 track "Hello Earth," which I never heard. But no, just to wrap it up, I do like this one. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. It's not. It's definitely not a complete write-off. I just think.
So it went down for you on the second watch?
No, about the same.
Okay.
Yeah, the same because I had seen this. Yeah, I don't know, 6 months ago maybe, or when we did the Troy episode, maybe a year. But
the same.
It stayed on point. 6.5. Maybe 8 to 10.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's kind of went down a little bit for me, so it's probably like a 6 for me. I think I had it at a 7, but
it's just the last 25 minutes. I don't know why they went that route, but you know. But I know you're very excited to talk about the next one. I don't know if there's been any more comments, is there?
No.
Nobody. I was gonna say, Chris, don't worry about commenting, man. Just comment if you've got something to say. Don't worry.
Oh, he's got Wild Wrangler says watching Invasion of the Body Snatchers 1956.
Okay, nice, man. Nice.
Great info and deep dives here. Appreciate you.
You can thank Dirk. You can literally thank Dirk for most of the deep dives, really.
Yeah, I hope I brought enough. Hell. And
man, I knew I was going to be a bit light on all this subject and that, so I'm learning as I'm going,
And says, sorry I spam I love these vamp flicks. Yeah, man, ain't no problem. And he says,
he does love vampires films. Yeah.
And I watched the Kinski one. Okay, yeah.
I would definitely recommend you to watch it, Chris, because knowing the way you like vampires, I think you'll definitely enjoy it. It's not a bad film by a long way.
I mean, it looks great. It's just some of the other shit that bothers me. But
Isabella Gianni as well. Fuck,
she's
man.
great. Yeah. But I think Kinski's kind of sniffing his own farts a little bit, like in that one.
Yeah, that was their second film, I believe. Him and Herzog's second film they did.
Right.
Then they worked, I think it was like 6 years in between the first and this. And then they worked fairly like regular afterwards, didn't they, for a little bit. They hated each other, man. They fucking hated each other.
Oh yeah.
They fought like cat and dog behind the scenes. And
the Wild
yeah.
Guy says, "Hola, Dirk and Darren, just stopping by to like the stream. Peace." Yeah, appreciate
thanks,
it,
man. Yeah, much appreciated.
I do. I was gonna do something here though, like we're fixing to get into this one. Nosferatu.
Yeah.
2024. Great film, almost a year old now, getting close. But so I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna throw it out here, man. Anybody gets it, gets it. Here's the damn code for the film. If you want it,
You might want to put your light on
Yeah.
or something.
Okay, I'll do that. Here we go. I don't know if that helps.
Go a little bit closer. Can you get any closer?
Here, I'll do this. Here's the code.
That's better. Yeah, that's it.
Here's the code for Nosferatu. There you go.
Much better. There you go.
Anybody wants it, you can have it. Highly recommend it. We're about to get into it. And you're very welcome. So.
No, this is your film, man. This is,
yeah.
I let you introduce this one.
Okay. Yeah. Now I don't screw my camera up. Let me do this. Into the blackest night. All right, here we go. Am I still blurry? Shit.
A little bit.
Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that down.
It might correct itself in a bit.
Oh well. Maybe it'll fix itself in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey, BGR and WW. Okay, he's talking to chat. Watch the CBS interview with Tim Curry. Great watch. I highly recommend. He would have been a great vampire. Well, he has played a witch, you know, a little bit.
I seen him last week in Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Right.
Sadly, he's had a stroke, apparently. He had a stroke like 10 years ago or whatever, 12 years ago.
I guess to start it off, man. So Nosferatu 2024, I was highly anticipating this film. And it went above and beyond what I thought like it was going to be. I mean, I figured it was going to be good because I'm a fan of Eggers' work. So the little backstory on Eggers, when he was, I think, 8 or 9 years old, he saw the Murnau film, and he said he saw it on a shitty VHS. He had to order it from a catalog. He said he saw it on VHS, and it was real grainy. Max Schreck's eyes look like he said that his eyes look like cat eyes. Like it made it more creepier watching it that way. And he was obsessed with the film. So in high school they did a stage play and he played Orlok. And they dressed in black. They did all black and white. So the clothes they wore was black and white. The makeup they wore was black and white. So they did the play in black and white. And then as time moves on, he's doing it, he's wanting to be a filmmaker. He wanted this to be his first film, but he didn't have the money. So he made The Witch. And if you ever hear him talk about The Witch, he's still disappointed in The Witch. Like he said that it didn't come out exactly like he wanted it to.
Okay.
Which I don't know what he's talking about, but whatever, like I love the
You
witch.
know me
Uh,
with the witch. I was like
yeah.
kind of I liked it, but I didn't love it type thing. But
Yeah. As far as the lore and the history, I think he nailed it. Like the dialogue, the way people talk, the way
100%, 100%.
costume design, sets, all that shit. But this is on a much bigger scale. Like, um, he explains about Orlok, how, he's heard people complain about the mustache. So we're addressing the mustache. Damn it! He said, I dare you. I challenge you. Is what he said. I challenge you to find any Romanian nobleman of that time that didn't have a mustache like that.
Right. Yeah.
They all did. Which, I mean, of course, he's made Orlok to look similar to Vlad, but all noblemen they look like that with the mustache, right?
That got shit upon as well, didn't
It
it?
did, man.
And
It was so ridiculous,
like,
man. It's like,
and you'd see all the channels doing it as well, and they're all fans of like fucking Fright Night, and do you know what I mean?
fucking
And
Lost Boys and
I
shit.
haven't got a fucking clue when it comes to
Yeah.
That made me mad. Actually,
It's like you know nothing about Vlad Sepish, really, but I don't know. Like I heard them talking about like Super Mario jokes and shit like that, but it's like not even that type of party, man. Like the performance Skarsgård gives, man, is like, to me, man, holy shit. Like, and what's the actor in there with him in the castle?
Nicholas Holt, you mean?
Holt.
No,
Yeah, Nicholas Holt.
yeah.
So I believe that shit. He looks terrified, man. And that whole sequence when he's in the castle and everything. It's the same setup, same story. But let me rewind a little bit. Okay. At the beginning, we're with Ellen and she's praying into the night. She's got like this deep loneliness, right?
Yeah, she's young as well, like a young girl.
She's young. So this is before she met I'm assuming this is before she met Thomas, right?
Oh yeah. She's just a kid. Yeah, she's just a child, and
she's so lonely, and she's just praying for a guardian angel. And then she prays for anything. She's just calling out into the universe, right, so to speak. And but something else calls back to her, and it's making love to her, right? That's what I got.
Yeah, no, it does actually show that, doesn't it? In one
she's like moaning and shit, and then next thing you know, you see that where he's got her by the throat, like you're like, oh shit, and then you see her body convulsing, and that's how the film starts. I love it, man. I love that shit. But I like what he says, though, is very key to the film. He says, "You are not for humankind," right?
Yeah.
So she's special, man. She's not a normal human. Like there's a link to them because he talks about being together forever, right?
Yeah, there's like a psychic link,
right? But I mean, there's also this other link where he says they're going to be together forever, basically, and she says yes to him. It's like she took her vow to him first,
which is completely different to the original as well. Because I think the first time he sees Helen is in the locket, or when he's talking about his wife or whatever at the dinner table.
Yeah.
But in this, no, she summons literally the you could call it the devil.
She awakens him. That's why I thought it was so interesting when I was reading about the Solomonari, how like the one of the Solomonari had to stay with the devil. And you hear Orlok in this talk about he's been in the darkest pit, sleeping in the darkest pit. I'm assuming he was with the devil,
Right. Yeah.
The whole time. And then she woke him up and he'd come out of there, but moving on, it's the same exact story. I would say we do get a part where Thomas is talking to Knock in this one. and Knox talking about his wife, right?
Yeah.
Didn't you think that was kind of odd how he's talking about her though? He's like, "Oh, it's your beautiful wife," and then he calls her a sylph.
He does,
Right?
yeah.
Okay, so I looked at what a sylph is. And a sylph is someone. It says someone who is very an elemental presence, supernatural, but they don't have a soul. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what the hell,
So you know, like Edgar's has done his homework pretty
right.
much. Yeah.
So I see we've lost somebody. We're like, people are like,
No,
oh shit.
we know this is probably not going to be one of our most
Yeah.
popular streams
It's
because
not.
it's not going to be for everyone.
This
man.
is not for everybody for sure. No, it ain't. But it is. This is Gothtober, what we're calling it. So,
But I am going to argue the fact that, like, I don't understand why all the hate for this film, and like, so I want to like briefly. I don't want to overtalk you. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
is it okay for me to mention? So you got Lily Rose Depp, right? And I think she's fucking amazing in this role
Yeah.
as Ellen. Man, she completely, because I heard little memes and shit of like how she puts in a bad performance and all that. Complete fucking bullshit. So she's Johnny Depp's daughter, Vanessa Paradis, the French singer. She is her mother. I was finding out a little bit about her, and at 8 years old, she faced life-threatening E. coli infection.
Oh,
and
damn.
Johnny Depp literally had to like leave his role in I think it was Sweeney Todd to be by her side, and it looked grim. It looked like she was going to die at one point. And I mentioned earlier, she's got the same look as the original actress in Nosferatu. She looks very similar, dark haired, absolutely stunning looking actress. But yeah, I think she steals the show for me, man, in this. But they're all great, you know. You got to say Willem Dafoe as well. He plays Professor Albin Abenracht von Trantz, and he puts in a great fucking performance as well.
What was his
Nicholas
name? What's
Hoult.
his name? I thought it was Von Franz. It's not.
Yeah, I see Von Franz, but yeah, Von
Okay.
Franz. I suppose
Okay.
it's just. But yeah, like you said earlier about the Nicholas Hoult as well, he plays Thomas Hutter. He's fucking superb. He was in Renfield, funny enough.
Yeah,
in
have you
2023.
seen that one?
No, I mean
Yeah,
I'm not rushing
Yeah.
to see
It's
stuff
basically
like
like let's just if you want to watch that movie, you might as well just go watch X-Men or some shit, you know.
that. Yeah, it's not
Because
my
you know
thing, man.
that guy right there, didn't he play Beast?
I don't know.
I think he played
Oh.
Beast in X-Men or whatever too. So like
Again, that's out of my fucking comfort zone.
right. Yeah.
With regards to her, though, so this came about, like Dirk said earlier, just after The Witch, and they were gonna actually cast Anya Taylor-Joy
Yep.
as the Ellen character.
Mhm.
I'm so glad, as much as I love her, like, and I do, I think she's a great actress.
Like CK
Like, they
calls
did
her
the right thing.
no, CK calls her Hammerhead.
Hammerhead Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of her eyes. But yeah, with this one, they kept all the original names.
Yeah.
I do like that prologue, like you say, with her when like as a young child, and then we jumped, didn't we? Then to 1838, years later, and she's married to Thomas Hutter. They live in the German town of Wisberg. Notice how they slightly changed. I think that might be the original. Yeah, Wisberg it was in the original one, eh?
Yeah.
And they slightly changed it to Wisborg, I think, for the second one. But she is psychic, I think. Yeah. She knows straight away that her husband's going to get this job of selling this house to Orlok. But
she's already getting bad vibes, and
she just instantly knows, which
and
I like. They did that, man.
Yeah, and she starts explaining that she always knew what the presents were for Christmas.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's so many things like, and then like nobody can relate to her, you know, like
yeah,
you know, she's got a friend, but like not really, you know, like she's on a different level. She's down there playing with the kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah. Yeah. She seems to be in her own, which makes sense. She's in her own little world type thing.
Because she's seeing other things that we, you know, that regular people can't see, I guess, too, you know.
I was going to say as well, like Lily Rose Depp as well. She, like, just the whole performance, you can see like just on her face at times, you know, the turmoil this character's going through.
Yeah.
Like she completely blew me away. I actually think she should have been maybe Academy Award nominated for this.
She should have at
Like,
least been nominated.
yeah,
I
it's
think.
crazy to me that people don't like her performance in this, man. But yeah, so they do the whole different thing with that at the
Hold on a
start.
second. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay,
Hold
you're
on.
good.
I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta. This camera thing's irritating the shit out of me, dude.
No worries, man. But yeah, any kind of chat in the
I
chat
don't
if you
know.
want to mention.
I don't
I
know.
wouldn't worry about it, man.
Okay, it's just bugging the shit out of me.
I
But
wouldn't
anyway,
worry about it.
yeah,
I mean, I got like a fucking cold sore, so I'd prefer to be looking blurry at the moment.
right.
But yeah, like you say, you got the whole thing with her knock as well. The employer, and he does that ritual at the start as well, praying to the lordship. I'm glad. I actually thought I was gonna hate all these like subtle differences
Yeah,
to the original, but I fucking embraced them, man. I like this way more than I thought I was going to. Put it that way.
I know. So, I think. I mean, I hate to say this like this, but I think that all the characters in this one are the superior characters.
Okay. No,
Of
I
the
can't
of the three,
agree with that.
I think all the people playing the characters, the cast in this one, are superior than the other two films, in my opinion. But
The only difference I would say was, not for Orlok himself in the first one. I would say is slightly better than Skarsgård, but there's not much. I mean, you can't really compare them, I guess, because of the times.
yeah,
It's still an amazing performance by him as well.
I
Maybe he
think
could
the
have
only
even
reason
been nominated.
the reason I give it to Skarsgård is because he has more to do. You know,
Right? Yeah,
like he
yeah.
has more to do. His whole demeanor, like his presence, dude. Like he's so big,
Mhm.
like just it's terrifying. Like that's a terrifying vampire to me.
Oh, he's one of the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking monsters. You'll see.
Right.
What I like about this as well, right? So you've got he absolutely nails the costume design.
Yeah.
But some of those shots where it's in the fucking snow, I love all that shit.
Oh
You got
yeah,
the
dude.
carriage with the snow and
So
man,
here's
yeah.
another little fun fact about the Orlok. I don't know if you noticed, but Orlok's got these long fucking sleeves on his jacket.
Okay, yeah,
His sleeves are so long that they go down to his knees,
shit.
and
Okay,
and
yeah,
his arms aren't in his sleeves. That was a nobleman thing to show how wealthy you were. Like the more wealth you had, the longer your sleeves were back then. That's how much detail is put into the Eggers film. Like it's like
I've no doubts, man. Yeah, I've
you
no
know what I'm
doubt.
saying. I heard him talking about it, but
He he doesn't leave any stone kind of unturned, does he? In this,
no,
but I'm just looking now at some of the subtle. You've got the possession scenes as well. I think the way they're done is, oh man, so good, so fucking good.
so that's another thing.
Um,
So do you notice that when Hutter comes to the castle and he asks him for the locket?
Yeah,
Soon as he gets that locket, this is what I feel. I feel like soon as he gets that locket of her, and it's got a lock of her hair
it
in
does. Yeah, yeah.
in that as well. Knowing what we know, he's a sorcerer as well, not just a vampire. You know, so I think he's fully able to possess her, to control her. He starts telling her to dream only of him. You know, and all that,
Yeah, yeah.
and things start ramping up more as after that happens. She starts like having these outbursts. They don't know what the hell to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they got to go get Van Franz and all. Like fucking
I'm glad they kept that in as well with the sleepwalking. As
yeah.
she has
Yeah.
these fits, doesn't she? These really.
So that's another thing you could look at it like people of the time maybe were epileptic, right?
Yeah,
And people that had epilepsy back then, they just they didn't really know how to diagnose it. I think
No,
Eggers,
they thought they were being
yeah,
possessed and
I,
shit. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what Eggers is kind of touching on too with that. See, I have a brother that's epileptic, and it does look crazy when he has a seizure. You know,
I worked with one as well,
right?
and this, yeah,
It looks like demonic, some kind of shit, going
it
on.
always scares me, right? Because this guy, without going
Yeah,
on a tangent, this guy I work with, right?
yeah,
He would know when one was coming on, but the way it would be, he would just go silent, and he'd be looking straight through you, and he'll go off on his own into like a little corner,
yeah.
and like all the fellow people would be saying, "Yeah, he's about to have a fit." So, and
Mhm.
it always freaked me out as a kid. That day, I was like 17 at the time.
Yeah.
And ever since, like, epileptic fits has always really fucking freaked me. Like, I don't like it, man. You
It
gotta
is
watch they don't
creepy.
swallow their tongue as well, haven't you? And
Yep. It's creepy.
but yeah, that was just a quick tangent. But
But
no,
you see
I mean,
more of the
um,
he don't it's never spoken out loud, but Van Franz does say Salomonari in
yeah,
one
yeah,
part
I remember him saying it.
in
Yeah,
one part of the film. He does. And it's like, oh shit, okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. I was like, hell yeah. But
he's got more the not characters like use more in this as well, where he bites the head off like a pigeon,
oh
and
man, he's great.
like definitely the best guy to do that
Best not
role out the
yeah.
three easily. Um,
He's all grimy and butt naked. Got
yeah,
a bunch
yeah,
of damn candles around him and fucking laughing and drawing shit on his arm. And you're like, what the fuck? And it's not over the top either. Not like the second, not like the Herzog film. Not,
yeah, right. So you've got the Eastern Orthodox nuns who take Thomas in as well. That's different to the other two versions,
Right.
and they're into like a nearby church, and that's where they say Orlok was a Solomonar and become a vampire after making a pact with the devil.
Okay,
I
so
love
that's
all
twice then. That's twice in the film it's mentioned.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that's the part he was on about, but yeah.
No, Van Franz says it too. Later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
When he finds the book, it's like when he finally finds that book, it's almost like, he busts a nut. You notice? Like when he's like putting his hand all on it and shit, like, oh yeah, this is how we're gonna stop him, and
I
he
feel
sets
like
it up. He sets it up with her, right?
he does, yeah. I was gonna say I feel like wrong for saying this, but I actually think this is the best version.
Yeah.
It's slightly better quite a lot better than the original, to be honest.
I think so, man. I definitely think so. I've told you that I think this is the best. It's the best Dracula story,
Yeah, I wouldn't put it above Salem's Lot, as I said before, but it's definitely
it's also
up
my
there.
favorite vampire film. Period. Like as far as all the, I know you got huge nostalgia with Salem's Lot, and I do too. But if I'm looking at it like from a historical point of view and all that shit that's put into it, the care that Eggers put into it for 10 years working on this shit, I know he wanted this to be his first film, and all his films kind of look like this. Like if you look at The Witch, it kind of looks like this,
Yeah, and he does that really well, like going back into like historic kind of periods in time.
He'll tell you he's a history nerd,
That shot of Orlok's hand as well when it's flying over the city, that's done fucking amazing too.
See you later, Wyatt Wrangler. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, see you, man. Have a good one. No, he just completely puts his own stamp on this, and I was a bit apprehensive. I didn't think, it was going to be halfway as good as the original, but
I didn't know how you was going to take this, to be honest.
I didn't. I was worried, man, because I didn't want to come on you and shit all over one of your favorite films. But if I felt that way, I would have said, like,
it's an instant classic for me. And I don't just say that about a new film I watch. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah.
Most of the new shit that I watch, I'm like, man, whatever. It's like I'm rolling my eyes and shit. But
I feel I missed out with this though, not seeing it in the cinema.
The theater is the way to see it. with the
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
design and everything. Holy shit. When you're in the castle, like you feel like you're in the castle, the way the camera pans around the
I can imagine. Yeah,
and
yeah,
shit. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, for sure, man.
that we gotta talk about the scene though, where he's using the little girls as juice boxes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
dude. It's like, holy shit. Eggers ain't afraid. You know what I
No,
mean?
no.
He's
He
not
puts.
afraid. He's one of the guys in Hollywood that's not afraid to do what he wants to do. And I deep respect for that shit. Um, Also, we got to mention about the vampire hunt. We did kind of touch on it, but
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
bird.
Go on.
They
Yeah,
place a virgin on a horse to try to find the grave of a vampire, and it has to be a virgin on a horse or animals. I think too. I've heard in the lore like animals won't pass over a vampire's grave. They find the grave, and that scene's fucking great. Too, like
man. Yeah, I love that scene.
yeah,
Yeah, because when I first saw it, I had to go back and watch it twice because I was thinking, what the fuck, man? What was
yeah.
that? And then you realize, yeah, it's a deceased. It's a thing they used to do back in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just little things like that added in just really makes the story just there's more to it.
Right.
I think it's a minor masterpiece. So I could even be saying a masterpiece in time.
I think it's a
Um,
masterpiece film. I think it's my personal favorite vampire film now. Uh, and also, I've heard people say that this is like a love story. It's not. This is not a fucking love story. Like if you pay attention closely to Orlok, the conversation of him and Ellen at the end,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
She even tells him, she's like, "You can't love," and he says, "No, I cannot." His
yeah.
It's pure fucking appetite. That's all it is. There's no fucking love there from him. This ain't a fucking love story. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard people shit all over the sex scene as well.
Yeah.
Like which I don't get that, man. Like it's in there, it's kind of freaky, but
Yeah.
it's not something to be laughed at or anything like that.
No, it's not. No. What do you
And
think
the
about his
end,
death? I
I was
wanted
gonna
to.
say the ending is kind of true to the original too, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
think about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, pretty much confirms her she sacrifices herself pretty much, doesn't she?
Oh yeah.
And then you've got they're free from the plague of Nosferatu, if you will. But
Right. I think
um,
she's the counter.
so he's
Like
killed
think,
by the sunrise, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, I think she's the counter to them. Like people like her are naturally born with whatever she is, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I think she's like the counterpart to the demonic vampire, I guess you'd say.
Yeah, I would say that as well. I mean,
Salamanari or whatever.
she's not scared to because she's naked in a few shots as well. She's not scared to take her clothes off as an actress as well. Which
Yeah, and you
I
don't see that a
mean,
lot now.
no,
Like,
you don't. You don't. But yeah, I've got. So I like. There's a guy called Matt Commode, and he's a British TV review, film reviewer.
yeah,
And I was watching some of his review earlier, and he mentioned so the Greek word for disease is nosophorius,
okay,
which Stoker used it as the undead meaning. So I thought it was kind of interesting. But he was like very complimentary. He actually surprised me a little bit. He called the film more of a romp than it should be, which I
really.
didn't. Yeah, I don't get that really.
There's no humor. If
No.
there's any humor at all, it would be Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, it's just
Just a couple parts,
it's
nothing
completely
crazy.
dark. I find I don't even. Yeah,
It's
I
not
don't know
bad,
what.
but it is strange to see. It's not strange, but I appreciate the fact that Willem Dafoe's character Von Franz, like he's willing to, he's doing what he's got to do, right?
Yeah, yeah,
He's not closed-minded like everybody else is. He's the only one that sees Ellen for what she truly is. You know.
Well, he kind of, with the husband, he kind of not tricks him, but he doesn't tell him,
Yeah.
that Ellen's going to be the sacrifice.
Right. He goes with them because he
Yeah.
knows Orlok's not going to be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
And just in
Yeah.
case something goes wrong, they're destroying all his shit anyway that he can't get into. So.
Yeah. That's what I mean. I like the fact that he's gone with his own vision, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's completely different to the other two.
Right.
But there's
Got it.
there's enough of the original film like story that you come away and you think, fuck yeah, man, he's done something fucking amazing.
I love this damn movie, man. I could keep on gushing about it, but yeah.
It did really well, didn't it? I think it grossed 40 million in its opening couple of weeks, I think it is. Breaking 2024's record for horror films. It was the highest grossing.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was certainly the highest to get to that.
It was definitely my favorite film of 2024. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a Christmas film, I guess.
Yeah, it is a Christmas film.
Mentioned.
Eggers made that happen. Like they mentioned that to. I seen an interview with Eggers, and he was like, "They're like, and I guess this is a Christmas." He's like, "Yeah, there's a Christmas tree, And
the wife of the one character, his friend, basically who takes Alan in.
Yeah.
His wife actually says at one point, like, it's Christmas, is within the tide of Christmas or the season of Christmas, something along those lines.
Right.
And she's with Ellen and the little girls because she dies. Ellen sees her die, didn't she? A fucking death, like by the rats being eating her.
Yeah, well, they give her the Black Plague.
Yeah.
So, and we got to mention the part with her husband as well. He has sex with her the time when she's dead.
Yeah, he violates that body, doesn't he?
You're like, holy shit!
But he can't. He plays he's an asshole character as well. I was glad to see him fucking go.
Yeah, he is, but he lost his whole family, and
yeah, but it's weird to do that out of nowhere, like.
So that was another thing that Eggers did with the pool table. Did you? Man, I know you're a big pool guy. You seen how it was like cue balls and shit?
Like, yeah.
So that's the thing back then. What I was understanding, the way they played pool was like cue balls hit cue balls. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Billiards, that's what it's called, billiards.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big thing in the 1800s. That was before pool and snooker and all that.
I'm
we never had pockets on the table either. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to think, make sure I'm not leaving nothing out, man. No, I absolutely love this film, and to set it around Christmas time, it's perfect because it's the darkest time of the year.
That was the stroke of genius, I think, with the shots in the snow and the Christmas kind of vibe.
What's your favorite shot of the film?
I love the fucking carriage in the snow, and I mean,
I love the carriage going up the mountain to the castle. That's my favorite fucking shot of the whole fucking film. Is that shot with the wolves chasing? That's another thing. We didn't talk about the wolves and the shadow controlling Hutter and making him open the fucking door. All that shit. It's fucking great. When he opens that door and you see Orlok with those wolves beside him, that's fucking killer, man.
There's so many layers to this as well in there. It's just this is definitely not like a one-time watch.
No.
You need to watch. It's like 5. I've only seen it twice.
I gotta mention
still learning shit from Dirk. Like,
yeah, man. So I gotta mention one thing. The main theme of the film. Everybody wants something that they can't have.
Okay, yeah.
You notice that? Like, so
No, I never picked up on that, man.
So Hutter, he wants the better life. He wants the shit that his friend has. Like, he wants, a better life that he's getting promised from Knock. Right?
Yeah.
Knock wants to be his own kind of king or whatever from Orlok.
Yeah.
Ellen wants like just somebody to acknowledge her, I guess you'd say. Like,
But she wants love, yeah.
She wants somebody to see her for who she is, And Orlok's the only one that can see her for who she truly is, besides Von Franz, But you know what I mean? I guess the only one that isn't really is Von Franz. He's just kind of there. in a way. But I'm just
And
saying
you got realize it's fucking Helen's fault all this shit happened.
yeah,
Like she's the one to blame, really. If you
she
think
called
about
out
it.
into the darkness.
Yeah.
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 And brought him out of the pit, like he said, which I believe he's a demon vampire. I mean, I know he's a vampire, but I believe he's a demon because Belial, the demon, transformed Orlok. Anyway, we're just retreading the same ground. Sorry, y'all.
This was actually shot in real castles in Romania, in Prague.
Yeah. And Eggers had an apartment in Prague. So
yeah. I think the Rosametal Castle, it was called. I think they did it's like a 14th century castle. They did stuff in Germany as well, I believe, in shooting this.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what else to say apart from like people should definitely fucking don't go on reviews and shit, and certainly don't go off YouTube fucking channels reviews.
And
Go
even
into
Orlok
this, like,
wants something he can't have. Really?
yeah, he does. Yeah.
Or do you think Orlok knew that he was going to die? And knew that
I don't think he knew.
I'm just wondering, like, I started thinking about this today. I was like, do you think Orlok was tired of the curse? Was this his way out? You know?
I don't think that personally, but I've only seen it like twice.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Or just he's so she's so irresistible. Her blood is so
Well, yeah, there's an
You know?
infatuation. Yeah.
right.
I mean, I don't know. You could probably, look at it like a lot of different ways. The ending and
That's what I'm saying. It's highly
Oh.
rewatchable, man. And it's not I don't know.
you've got to be in the right mood for this. So you have got to like Halloween is perfect.
Yeah. I'd say Christmas time is perfect.
Yeah, this could well be a Christmas fucking rewatch all the time.
In the
yeah.
cold winter, you know, like
He did have a secret cameo, didn't he? He was a grave digger. Eggers, I'm on about. He was a grave digger. Like he was in like a hooded cloak,
oh.
like
Okay.
shrouds during the plague burial scenes.
Okay. One last thing.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
So I got to mention one last thing. So Eggers got his next film will be coming out next year. Werewolf.
I mean, once you told me that, I'm like, I'm in for that.
Fucking
man.
werewolf in London, man. So in the 13th century.
Holy shit, that's gonna be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where he's gonna go because he'll do his homework and he'll have the backstory of the fucking werewolves and
werewolves and vampires are interlinked in a way.
Oh yeah, hand in hand.
And so are witches.
Yeah.
The witch's curse, the hand, the cursed hand of the werewolf, right? Is a witch's curse originally.
I'm like really interested to see like shots of London as well in that fucking what was it, the 13th century you said or
13th century, man. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be killer, I think.
I think it's the 13th. It might be 15th century, but I think it's 13th century.
Yeah, back like hundreds of years ago. But yeah.
So he's gonna have to. I mean, he's got the money to do it now, no doubt. And I'm pretty hyped for that one.
Me as well.
So they asked. I heard somebody ask Eggers his greatest fear.
Okay.
And he said that his greatest fear was digging too deep into the occult and not finding his way out, which I thought was strange statement. I was like, what?
You can kind of see that though.
Yeah. So he's like,
I wouldn't like to dig too fucking deep into that shit, to be honest, either, because
I know.
You just don't know what you're gonna fucking come up with, especially, the fucking this character, literally,
Orlok.
Yeah, man. I just did.
Orlok went too far.
I like reading about the shit, but that's about it. I don't like looking into it too fucking much, like the occult and all that stuff. Oh fuck, man.
Yeah.
This is a high 8.5, like stroke 9 out of 10.
Oh shit, man! It's going.
It's gone up since the first time.
Yeah.
The first time I was like 7.5, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's gone up at least like a point, maybe more.
I'm glad to
will.
hear it, man. I was wondering, man. But
You know me, man. I just say how I feel. If I didn't like it, I'd have had to have fucking said I didn't like it, man. But
you see it.
I just seen Texas's comment.
Yeah. Damn. But
God. Yeah. But no, it's a high, just under a 9 for me at the moment. Again, there's future viewings. I definitely give it a watch around Christmas time as well. Christmas Eve, maybe.
right. Well, when I mean, that's the last thing I'm gonna say about it, man. Like when I saw it in the theater, I knew right away. I was like, oh shit, this is done right. This is how you make a gothic film. And all these other people like shitting on like
I don't get that, man.
there's
I
a
find,
lot of wannabe ass vampire movies, man. This is not one of them. So
do you find the younger kind of people as well that review films didn't like it more? I don't know. Like it seems to me like the people in their 40s and 50s seem to like it more than the 20-odd-year-olds or the teens.
I just think whoever knows about it probably would appreciate it more. People that's into the gothic will definitely appreciate it more. You know.
But even if you don't like the story or you don't like the material, hey, people turn around and say, "Oh yeah, that's just shit." They don't. To me, they don't know what fucking a film is, or like I got no time for people like that. To me, they're fucking.
You got to think, Darren. We live in the age of everyone's ADHD. Everybody's instantaneous. Nobody likes a slow build. Nobody likes any kind of which to me this film ain't slow at all. I can put it on and it just goes.
Yeah. I originally thought it was a bit slow at the start, but when going back, I could totally see. No, it's 2 hours and it goes by pretty quickly.
Because when you first watch it, man, you're not going to pick up on everything.
No, I've missed out shit, man. You've told me tonight that I've seen it twice.
Yeah.
So
there's still shit that I'm not gonna there's still shit that I noticed today when I was doing the editing for the intro.
Right? Yeah.
It's so subtle. It's so little. It's a small thing, but you see Ellen at the very beginning of the film when he's saying "You are not for humankind" and she's levitating off the floor.
Mm-hmm.
There's a circle around her. I never noticed that shit before.
I didn't notice that.
I mean, it's subtle. It's not that big a deal, but still, it's there. Like, what the hell, you know? Like,
right? Because I haven't seen it in 4K. I've just seen it on. Do you know what I mean? Like, well, it's not streaming; it's a download, but it's almost like a stream. Right. No, I can imagine this being like The Shining. You know, there's going to be a lot to uncover in years to come. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend.
We'll have to tackle some more Eggers in the future, man.
It's a 10 for you, I take it, yeah?
This is a 10. This is an 11 out of 10. So,
yeah.
I don't think like I said, I think it's done right, man. And I always heard Christopher Lee say that Dracula has never been done right on film. And that's coming from the man, Christopher Lee himself.
Mm.
He said he don't believe that it's ever been done right. And I think this is pretty damn close. I know it's not exactly like Stoker's, but
don't you think this did it right though?
Oh yeah. That's fucking
I gotta
awesome.
mention this, man. Klaus Kinski.
Yeah.
Like the backstory to this is fucking incredible. Like if you get a chance, he even changed like the lead actress at one point, and he got like this guy. I think he was on the crew. And he turned up with his girlfriend, and Kinski was like, "No, she's going to be the lead star of this film." And I'm only just going by a few little simple things, but Kinski got the director of this to film him at 6 o'clock at dawn every morning, just because he liked the way the light was on him. And this director went along with it, knowing full well he was never going to fucking put any of it in the film. And man. Yeah, just watch this just for a bit of fun. Don't take it like serious like any of the ones we just seen.
And Kinski gets real handsy in that one.
He does, man.
Real handsy.
There's so many like behind the scenes. I don't know if it's in the. It's probably in the X.
Oh yeah,
well,
it's Severn. Severn put that out, right?
Yeah. Well,
man.
Oh yeah, there's a documentary on Kinski, I think, as well.
Well, hopefully we justified the 3 Nosferatu films. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this, man. If you did, hit the likes and the subs and, or not. Whatever. No pressure.
I'm interested to see how this stream does, though, because I'm not anticipating it doing really well.
Yeah.
But it could surprise us. We'll see. But no, this has been completely different, man. I've enjoyed doing these.
Yeah.
It takes you away a little bit from sometimes the Jolly and the Italians and all that. It's always good to do these once in a while. But
Right.
I needed that excuse, man, to watch the latest one.
And the next week we're doing some more. We're gonna do some more Gothic films.
Yeah.
To close out Gothtober, and then we're gonna be covering The Exorcist, man, with Lauren Dixon from Visited by Voices Network.
Oh man, I can't wait. So that's gonna be 2 weeks tonight.
Yep.
I bought the novel ready, so I'm gonna dive into the novel. I mean, the three of us, Lauren included, like The Exorcist is one of the greatest films ever made.
Yeah.
But people tune in for that, man, because Lauren's got some great kind of insight, and the way he sees films is on a different level to us. I got to admit. So that'd be fantastic. Putting out a free we'll go through it piece by piece, and we'll look at the book and all that. So that's one not to be missed, man. And go and sub to Visited by Voices over on YouTube as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one, man. Exorcist in my top 3 films. We've already covered 2 of my top 3 films, so it's time to get the third one in.
I've always said it's not just one of the best horror films ever made, it's one of the best films ever made, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
We might, hopefully Dirk's going to jump on, because Tuesday we got a stream planned with J Real on his channel. We're going to be just looking at horror recommendations for Halloween. We got another little thing we're going to say, like, linked to that as well, where me and Dirk, we kind of picked out 3 films for him to watch. Because I know I included your voice for Dirk. And so he's going to watch 3 films, him and Brandon, maybe Jay's sister, I'm not sure. They're going to be Night Train Murders, Your Voice is a Locked Room, and Torso. So, yeah. So
can't go wrong.
All go and tune in and go and sub to J Real's channel, and we'll see you on Tuesday over there.
Yeah, man. I'm going to read a couple of these comments, man. We're going to get out of here. Y'all have a great week. I see text saying, he said, talking about somebody digging too deep into the occult. Yeah.
Oh, man, you can see, man. I try to stay away from that shit.
Yeah. And then Texas says, it's a great film. Highly agree, man. I can't gush enough. Y'all probably tired of hearing me. So, and then Texas, the documentary on that disc is a trip. Kinski acting like a bitch a lot. Oh yeah, he did.
That's the one. Yeah. On the plot. Yeah.
Talking about Nosferatu in Venice.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is gonna be cool next week. Not exactly sure what we're doing, but we're about to discuss it.
It's gonna be Gothic themed for sure. Yeah.
Definitely Gothtober, closing it out. And check this out. I just got to show this right quick for anybody that gives a shit. I figured it was appropriate to do it now.
Fucking crazy, man. You showed me that
calorie cereal going on. So if y'all need a box, just let me know. I'll hook you up. Blood Sugar Crunch, excellent source of childhood diabetes. Yeah, get you some. You know what I'm saying? High blood sugar sucks. Death doesn't wait for procrastinators. Damn, I fucked that all up. Anyway, check him out, man. He's cool as fuck. Count calorie. Yeah. But anyway, he's the new mascot for our channel. So there you go. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
Right. So, but anyway. All right. Let's see. Tex, man. Appreciate y'all hanging the whole time, man. And Chris.
Yeah.
Great
Thanks,
stuff,
Tex,
gents,
man.
as always. Appreciate you, man.
Cheers, Chris. Means a lot, man.
Hell yeah. But y'all have a great week. And treat everybody good, man. You never know. Tomorrow's not promised for anyone.
And rest in peace, Guy.
Yeah, rest in peace to my brother, Chris Hall, and Guy, Caveman, Movies and More.
Yeah.
See you on the other side, man. Y'all take care.
Have a good one, guys.
We're out of here. And I can't. I always got to screw this up. I'm trying to get the hell out of here.
We're not pros. It's okay.
We are pros, Darren. But
well,
I'm just slipping a little bit. I'm hitting damn one. Sorry. Hate it when that happens.
Apple, it's slippery. No, don't worry, Franz.
Damn. Why can't I get out of here, man? What the hell's going on, man?
While we're still on, I was just going to say as well, I got something planned with Chris as well. Wednesday, we're going to be doing a podcast. So keep your eyes out for that as well.
Okay.
We back up in there like swimwear. We back up in there like swimwear.
We back up in there like swimwear.